Gents, how are we doing? Hope all is well. Listen, I want you to get jacked. I want you to get jacked. I want you to get lean. I want you to get muscular. And I'm going to break down what your protein intake should be, but more importantly, what you should be focusing on, right? How do I know this works? How am I an authority to even talk about this? Do I have any social proof, you ask? Well, I do, and I'm glad you asked, right? First things first, you've got to lead by example in life. You've got to show for yourself, and you've got to do the work. If you're going to talk about something, you might as well have done it yourself and embody what you're all about, right? How do I know this way of eating works? Because I've tried it on myself. This is me right here. Last week, raw gyms out in Sandyford. After workouts, we had a pump already, and we were just training the core. That's why we're looking pretty lean there. I've also done it for other people. So this is my client, Stephen here. He was with me for 18 months. You can see him here on the left. Not looking all that great. And over on the right-hand side, he's looking like a Greek god or an Adonis. And then my friend Vlad, my good friend Vlad, who is eating this way already, right? So I know it works. Let's break into it, right? What we want to do, there's me. What we want to do is optimize your hormones first. Forget about the protein intake. Focus on your hormonal output and everything changes for you as a man, right? I'm going to have a graph at the end that's going to demonstrate this and you're going to be like, oh my God. If you have high testosterone, you will make more money. You will have a lean, muscular body and you will attract more women based on your pheromones, based on how you actually smell, but more so how you look, right? And more so what you accomplish in life. More so the psychology that goes into someone that is optimizing their testosterone. Let's break it down real quick, right? Hormones are the energy and the engine. Need to say that again. Hormones are the engine behind your energy, focus, and drive, especially your drive. So the higher your testosterone, the higher your dopamine, the higher your drive. It fuels confidence. Guys that have high testosterone have a lot of confidence and they have that internal calmness. Because they know where they're going. They know the sense of direction. They know the purpose. They know what they're doing. They have high libido. Your sex drive is through the roof as well. That is a very healthy sign of a man with high testosterone, right? High-performing men run on optimized internal systems. That just means they run on the hormones that they're meant to have. Hormones are chemical messengers. Optimize your hormones and you optimize your life, right? Let's break it down. We need to focus on protein. It's a building block of your muscle. This is what I eat on a daily basis. This is what I advise my clients to eat as well on a daily basis. 1 scoop of collagen powder, which is roughly 10 grams of protein. 4 eggs, which are essential. I'm going to get into in a second why they're so essential. At least 4 eggs. I like to eat 6. And sometimes I'll have a few raw eggs before bed. You will wake up in the morning solid as a rock as a man, which is important because it's a sign in the morning your testosterone peaks. So it's important that you're waking up with the tent has to be pitched. That's how it is, gents. It has to be pitched. That's all I'm going to say, right? 400 grams of lean mince, which is roughly 75 grams of protein. Get the words out. And then 450 grams of skyr yogurt. I absolutely love skyr yogurt. We're talking 160 grams, right, of protein. Break it down once more. 4 eggs, 450 grams of skyr yogurt, and about 350 grams of 5% fat beef mince. The leaner, the better, because you want to have a lean body. But why must we eat eggs, right? This is essential, and this graph here breaks it down brilliantly, right? So why we want to eat eggs is because, obviously, with eggs, they have saturated fatty acids. Now, all your hormones in your body are made up. The building blocks for your hormones are built on fats. That's why eggs are so important. So eggs have saturated fats, especially the yolk, breaks it down into cholesterol, and cholesterol is the building blocks for testosterone. So the higher the testosterone you have, the higher the cholesterol you have, the more testosterone you'll have in your body, right? Let's just break it down here. Cholesterol, like I said there, is the raw building blocks of testosterone. Your body converts cholesterol, I was trying to say this word before, into pregnenolone, and then into testosterone, right? We want to have testosterone. We want to have the high drive. Whole eggs and not just the egg whites. So that yellow bit, that yolk, contains the majority of the fat that you're looking for, right? And like I said, it provides dietary cholesterol that supports this pathway. So what is the difference between optimal testosterone and low testosterone, right? So I can tell by looking at someone's body if they have high testosterone or if they have low testosterone. And this is why the foods that we eat will have a massive impact on the shape of our body. So when we eat eggs and the lean mince and the Greek yogurt, we'll have this sort of shape. And like I said at the start, I've used this on myself, on my clients, and my good friend Vlad here as well. eats the same way as I do. Stephen here, got him eating the same way I did. Myself, I'm a living example of this, right? So, once again, optimize your testosterone. Why? You have a sharper mind. You think clear. You're happier. You're more elevated. Your mood's just better. You're driven in life. Healthy heart, plenty of energy. You should have a great degree of vitality and never run out of energy. Strong bones, strong libido, strong erections as well. Very, very important. Increased muscle mass, confident. Low testosterone, low energy. It's complete polarity. It's complete opposite. Increased fat tissue, risk of erectile dysfunction, and low libido. So no sex drive. Increased risk of weak bones or osteoporosis, depressed, and increased risk of Alzheimer's. How do I know this works? So this is my program, and I've used this exact method just of eating correctly for my clients, right? And then obviously they've used the workout program, which I'll have linked below. If you're interested, you want to get in shape, you want to follow a 12-week plan that actually gets you in great shape, this is it, right? I've used it on my clients here. I've used it on myself as well. I'm an example when you click on that link. And that's what it's all about. You want to have a bulletproof program to get you effortless results and have you walking around feeling and looking like an Adonis. And like I said, I've applied this method, this way of eating, for myself, for my clients, and my friend Vlad is another example of that as well. So yeah, listen, hope you have a cracking day. If you've watched this far, like and subscribe. Send lots of love your way, and I'll catch you soon. Boom! All the best.